In this world, being single isn't just lonely, it's illegal. If your partner leaves you, dies, or cheats, you're taken to a remote hotel where you have 45 days to find a new partner. Fail and you're turned into an animal. This is The Lobster, directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. David, played by Colin Farrell, has recently been abandoned by his wife. He arrives at the hotel with one suitcase and one decision already made. If he fails, he wants to become a lobster, because lobsters are long-lived, fertile, and blue-blooded. His brother wasn't so lucky. He's now a dog. The hotel manager, played by Olivia Colman, reminds David that animals can't watch TV, can't drive, and can't talk. So he'd better find love quickly. Life inside the hotel is a ritual of pressure and humiliation. Guests must find a partner based on one shared trait, a limp, a lisp, short-sightedness, anything. It doesn't matter if you're compatible. It only matters that you match. The staff performs staged demonstrations showing how dangerous it is to be single, choking alone, being assaulted alone, dying alone. The message is clear. Couples survive. Singles don't. During orientation, David meets two other guests. The lisping man, played by John C. Reilly. He's anxious, lonely, and desperate to find someone who shares his lisp. And the limping man, who injures himself on purpose to match with someone. Every night, the guests are sent into the woods with tranquilizer guns to hunt loners. Each loner captured earns you one extra day on your deadline. David tries to stay hopeful, but the clock is ticking. As the days run out, David becomes desperate. He targets the hotel's most feared guest, a woman known for having no empathy at all. If he can convince her they share the same coldness, he'll survive. He forces himself to act emotionless. He ignores pain, ignores suffering, ignores everything human. It works until she kills his brother, the dog. To test him, David breaks. He cries, and she immediately exposes him as a fraud. She drags him to the manager to be punished, but David fights back. He escapes the hotel and flees into the woods, where the loners live. The loners live by rules just as strict as the hotels, only reversed. Here, everyone is expected to stay completely independent. No pairing up. No private connections. No signs of affection. Any hint of closeness is treated as a violation. At first, David thinks he's finally free. There's no countdown hanging over him. No pressure to force a match. No one watching his every move. But everything changes when he meets the short-sighted woman, played by Rachel Weisz. David is also short-sighted, so slowly and quietly, they begin to understand each other. They invent a secret language. Small gestures, subtle signals, tiny movements only they can read. For the first time, David feels something real, something honest. The loners don't just hide in the woods, they run covert missions into the nearby city. To blend in, David and the short-sighted woman have to pretend to be a married couple. And even though they're supposed to be emotionless rebels, the two of them secretly enjoy it. For a moment, they get to act like the world actually makes sense. But the loners have their own agenda. They launch a quiet, calculated raid on the hotel, not to free anyone, but to tear the system apart from the inside. The loners corner the hotel manager and her husband. They force him into an impossible choice: save himself by harming his wife. He pulls the trigger, but the gun is empty. The loners leave them there, shaken, forced to face what they were willing to do. Back in the woods, things get worse. The loner leader, played by Leah Seydoux, gets hold of the short-sighted woman's journal and discovers David's plan to escape with her. She pretends to help, taking the woman into the city for an operation to fix her eyesight. But instead, she has her blinded. When the woman realizes what's happened, she lashes out, trying to fight back. She stabs the leader, but the leader uses the maid, played by Ari and Labed, as a shield, letting the maid die while she fakes her own death. David finds the woman afterwards, terrified and confused. They try to find something else they have in common, anything that could keep them together in a world obsessed with matching. But nothing fits. One morning, David finally snaps. He overpowers the loner leader, drags her to an open grave, and leaves her there, trapped, helpless, and surrounded by the wild dogs that roam the forest. Then he takes the blind woman and escapes to the city. In a quiet diner, David realizes the truth. If they want to survive together, he must blind himself to match her. He takes a knife and goes to the bathroom. She waits at the table, silent, unsure if he'll return. The film ends before we see what he chooses. Does he blind himself for love? Or does he walk away? The answer is left to us, and that's what makes The Lobster unforgettable. And that's The Lobster, a world where love is regulated, loneliness is punished, and matching means more than meaning. A story that asks how far someone will go just to feel connected, and whether love is real if it's built on rules. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe for more short, transformative movie recaps.